NFL 23. And here's the pick artist himself, Trayvon Diggs. Nothing unlucky about this. He's got 13 picks this season. It's the Cowboys and the Hawks, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of, sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, we're in November now, so this is where you really need to settle in, start getting down to business.
And in baseball, they talk about the dog days of August. November, these are the dog days of football, trying to get in position for the big push.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
A throw left side to start out, that's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. Well, a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Bridgewater. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line. Go to 54, Ryan. We're going to 53. We're going to 53. There you go.
Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Now it's Lockett. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
.33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
Here we go, 46. 26.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Hey, kill. It was 154 wide.
Prescott on 1st down. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
Holding.
Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott. Man open, here is Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of the team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to Walker on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Seahawks 39-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down. The Cowboys at 8-1 on the year. They come in here hot. I mean, over the last 9, Charles, they are 8-1.
And that record, the way that they're playing, they've proven to me, and I think anyone else in the league, that they're able to go toe-to-toe with anyone, and they look forward to the challenge.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 24. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Inside give to Elliott. Oh, he bowls over it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Zay Jones from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and throw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting him.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To throw, Bridgewater. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Jones. So possession goes over here on the punt. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the 44, Bridgewater. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's his 14th interception on the season, and that number 14 ties the NFL single-season record.
Held by Dick Night Train Lane. Was that 1952?
52, more than a half-century ago.
And he's with the Rams that season, and believe it or not, it was his rookie year.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Yeah, he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
4 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Prescott to throw it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Prescott. Left side to Lamb. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Prescott down. Jones has it. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all total. And it was all finished on the touchdown reception by Ezekiel Elliott. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. just compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Matthews. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Marr able to put this one through, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Bridgewater. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half. In the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And a route is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bridgewater again. And that is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
All right, help me out here a little bit. Is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
It's taken to the 26. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season, so now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. On 4th down, here's the option. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Little read option, the end result, the first down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, they've added variety to it. You know, the original way was you read the defensive end. If he crashes down, you pull it and you go. Now they may not even block that person, may end up reading the linebacker, may read the cornerback. Just depends on how they want to block it up. In any case, this worked well for them.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Opted to run for it, the decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
On third down, it's Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So more of the same here, CD. Not a touchdown, but 3 more points added on to their lead.
Yeah, it's been a total domination here in this first half. Offensively, defensively, even the special teams have chipped in as he connects on the field goal. It may be a little bit premature, but I think the only thing we're worried about dominating now, the post-game meal.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Here's Bridgewater. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots. Home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Jalen Hurts, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stat round as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in this second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. This one taken just inside the 10, and he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. The left side completion to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A first down carry by Elliott. And some room to run now. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 109 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater. He's got him in, complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Fielded right around the 8. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Returnable for Lockett. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the...
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Dorrance Armstrong just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
There's some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Gay's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, 47. We're going 47. 26.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I know that bounces are supposed to equal out over the course of a game, but not so far in this one.
Now this afternoon, the bounces are there, so the scoreboard also there.
Totally reflects it. They've got a big advantage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
Their own 16-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's got some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down.
Well, for Chris Carson, I mean, he is a powerfully built back, and using that size and strength there to good advantage as he shakes free of a would-be tackler.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Finding Walker, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short. That was a nice play there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Bridgewater.
Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Cowboys' 23-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and
and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph.
And the Cowboys are going to take over
at their own 2-yard line. But just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here.
124 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches and have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The give is to Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 29-yard line.
A give to Elliott. It's a room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They go to Elliott again. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Over the middle, complete. That's Collins. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing a 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Pretty anemic, very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Elliott. Runs over it and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 170 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Trucks over him, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They run middle with Matthews, and he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Trey Brown there on the stop. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Cowboys, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.